Hello, everybody, and welcome to Pure English Practice. I'm Karen Taylor of the Color Vowel Chart and Blue Canoe. So glad to have you here. We have a lot of visitors in the room today, and I'd like to acknowledge some of the places that you're from. We've got Sharon from Chattanooga. Everyone try Chattanooga. Chattanooga. Yeah, Chattanooga is a blue moon word, Chattanooga. Great. I see Sachiko from Japan. Japan. Everyone try that. Japan. Japan. Yeah. Um, we use stress on one syllable in every word. So in Japan, it's the second. Japan. Black cat, Japan. Okay. Everyone, be sure that you are muted. There we go. Good job. All right. I see Dawn from Alabama. Alabama. Try that. Alabama. Alabama. Great. Black cat, Alabama. Welcome, Dawn. Let's see. Karen's here. Hi, Karen. Great to see you. From Florida. 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 The way I say Florida is Orange Door, Florida. Florida. Some people, who says Florida? Any teachers in the room say Florida? No? All right, that's okay. Doug, no. All right, that's fine. But there are many right ways to speak. So we always are interested in accent variety. Okay. I see Sue from Doolin. Is that correct? Doolin, Ohio? I'm not familiar with that place. Let's see.
Oh,
Sue.
oh, I'm sorry. Not Dublin, Dublin. Oh, I missed the B, D-U-B.
Oh, Dublin. Okay, great. It could be Doolin. It looks like a word. Okay, so Dublin. Dublin. Let's try to match it. I've been using the chart already. I'm going to spotlight myself here. Dublin. Uh. I see that it's not Dublin. Duh. A cup of mustard, Dublin. Okay. So this is the inside of my mouth. Yeah. There's that Dublin sound right there. Beautiful. I see Maseo is in also in Japan. Japan, add your city, and then we'll work with your city over in the chat. Let's see. Chrissy is in Ohio. 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 Ay. You hear that movement? Ay. That's white tie, Ohio. And when you get to the end of that sound, you hear the green, right? E in green tea. Ohio. And then it moves way over to rose. Oh, it's a fun word. Ohio. There's a lot of movement in that state name. Beautiful. Victoria is over in Berlin. Berlin. We had Dublin, which sounds like Ireland, and that was in Ohio. And then now we have Berlin in Maryland. And I don't know if it said Berlin or Berlin. That's a question I have. Victoria, do you know? Is it Berlin or Berlin? Sometimes these place names change stress when they move into a particular state. The second one. Okay, great. So Berlin, Berlin, what color? Listen to the color. See if you can figure it out. Put that in the chat. Berlin. What color is Berlin, everybody? What color is Berlin? Berlin. Great, silver. Great, good job. Exactly. Berlin. The letter I is a very good. Thank you, Dawn, for holding up your image cards. Teachers, you're very welcome to participate like that with these nice images. So Berlin, that letter I is a pretty strong indicator that it will very likely be silver. Just giving you a little pattern there. Okay. Not always, but often. Okay. Um, Berlin. So Doug, you mean like Berlin? Berlin. Doug, you can open your mic. Let us know what you're thinking there.
Yeah, I would say Berlin.
Right, but is it
Or
Berlin or Berlin? Show me with, let me
Berlin.
see. Hold on,
Berlin.
remove spotlight. Okay, there we go. Show me with a hand.
Berlin.
I'm listening to your voice and I'm hearing this. Hold on. I'm hearing something different from your hand. So the rise in tone tells me your mind thinks it's first syllable, but your voice tells me it's second syllable.
Okay.
Berlin. Berlin. But there is a very strong purple sound in that first syllable. So you're right on. We all understand why we could get distracted by that. Beautiful. I'll give you a nice example of place names that are one pattern in their original country, like Dublin and Berlin, and then they change. Everybody know Madrid, Spain? Madrid, capital. I think it's capital. If you take that to New Mexico, where I'm from, it's Madrid, Madrid, New Mexico, Madrid. And so it changed from Madrid to Madrid. So we sometimes change the stress of a word when it moves to a new group of speakers. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, great. I see Julie in the room. Hello, great to see you. Who else is here? We've got a couple of other place names. Osaka. Thank you, Maseo. I'm following up with you. Osaka. Can we all figure out that sound? What color is Osaka? Osaka. Osa ah 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 ah. Osaka. Yeah, so that's olive sock Osaka. Okay, Osaka. Um, it might sound like Osaka, and maybe for Japanese speakers, Osaka is more comfortable. Then it's Rose. Osaka. Osaka. But that's a very well-known city among Americans, Osaka. And we say that with an olive sound, second syllable. Beautiful. All right. Hi, Ludmila. Hey, nice to see you, Ludmila. Nice to have you back from Ukraine. Ukraine is interesting because sometimes people say Ukraine, you blue moon, Ukraine, or Ukraine, gray day, Ukraine. Two strong colors in that word. Okay, wonderful. But when you say it, you use only one main stress, Ukraine or Ukraine. Okay, beautiful. All right, everybody. So glad to see all the different places that we are from. I'd like to share a warm up with you. This is a way to start thinking about our topic today. Our topic today is silent letters. Silent letters. Just before the workup, I'd like some ideas. Do you have any words, a favorite word that has a silent letter? Or your scariest word with a silent letter? Silent. We all
Mine.
know silent E. That's a pretty common silent letter. So I'm going to encourage you to go beyond silent E. Sword, knight, very nice. Laugh, mm-hmm. Months, that's a great one. I will talk about that, Gabriella. Make sure that I talk about that today. I like that example. Gnat, nice, Julie. Moths, moths, yep. Night, isle, good. Okay. Well, we'll try a warm up of words that contain silent letters. And the beauty of this is you don't have to worry about the silent letters. Yeah. Uh, the way I would talk about silent letters, I want you to imagine, in fact, look around the room. Maybe you have a suitcase at home in your closet. Think about a suitcase. English is a language that has a suitcase. It's baggage. It carries around its history in its suitcase. And the history of English appears in its spelling. And the silent letters are very much symbols of the history of English. And what I want you to think about today is how silent letters are really just problems for the eyes. But if we just listen to English, we can listen with a clear mind, not worry about the silent letters, and then we can look at them. Because spelling is also, important. We have to write. Yes. Okay. So let's try this warm up together. Do what I do with my hand and say what I say with my voice. When I have my hand here, it's for me, for you to listen. And when I move here, it's for you to practice with me. You ready? Here we go. Knee, knee, green tea, knee. Scissors, scissors, silver pin, scissors. Straight, straight, gray day, straight. Guest, guest, red pepper, guest. Half, half, black cat, half. Honest, honest, olive sock, honest. Auburn, autumn, autumn. Auburn dog, autumn. Turquoise, turquoise, turquoise toy, turquoise. Sword, sword, orange door, sword. No, no, rose boat, no. Could, wooden hook, could. Through, through, blue moon, through. Thumb, thumb, a cup of mustard, thumb. Colonel, colonel, purple shirt, colonel. Oh, hold on. Can we think of a brown word with a silent letter? A brown word with a silent letter. Put it in the chat. What do we think? A brown word. I'm looking. Can we think of one? I couldn't. So, clown, clown, clown. I'm not sure there's a silent letter in there exactly, but ow, ow, ow. But we can use clown for fun, just because we're not thinking of one. If we think of a nice one with a silent word, we will, okay? Clown, clown, brown cow, clown, and sign, sign, white tie, sign. Good. And bravo to Dawn for coming up with a really nice brown word, doubt. And I'll put that right in there for my debrief with you. Doubt. Try that word with me. Doubt. Doubt. Brown cow, doubt. Beautiful. You've made my warm-up perfect, Dawn. I appreciate that. Everyone, apart from doubt, what other words really come to mind? Which words do you remember from our warm-up just now? I want you to say them. So I'd like volunteers now. What words do you remember? Gabriella, do you remember one? Yeah. What is that? Great. Green tea, knee. And what's the silent letter? Yeah, the K. That's the knee that's part of your leg, right? So a knee, like if you fall and hurt your knee. Good. Silent K. Who else remembers another word with a silent letter from this warm-up?
Honest.
Honest. Whose turn is it? Who's speaking? There we go. Angelica. What's the silent letter?
Angelica.
The
The H.
That's right.
Honest.
Honest.
Olive sock.
honest.
Honest.
Good. Let me hear that last T. Honest. Honest.
Honest.
Very good.
Honest.
Yeah. So we have a little bit of a release there. Honest. We have to actually perform that T sound at the end. Okay. Try that one more time, Angelica.
Honest.
Olive
Olive
sock,
sock.
honest.
Honest.
Good. Yeah, that was it right there. I heard it. Wonderful. Hi, Mary. What else do you remember?
Yes, turquoise.
Turquoise. Yeah. What's turquoise was a bit of I was a little bit, how can I put it? Lazy. I couldn't think of a good turquoise word, and I'm sure there is one, so maybe Dawn will save me, or maybe Karen. But what's maybe something silent in turquoise? What is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's an interesting word. Maybe we expect it to be turquoise, qua, and with that W sound, like we hear in Queen. We'll look at that word, okay? But it's turquoise. Everyone try turquoise. Turquoise, just two syllables. Turquoise. Coise. Yeah, that word is tricky because of the spelling. We want to make more of the spelling than we need to. Turquoise, 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 toy, turquoise. Very nice. Knots. Ivana, can I hear you say that word?
Olive, dog, nuts.
Great. Knots. And you see the silent letter there is?
Okay.
Okay, beautiful. Maseo, you picked a nice one. That word sign, right? Sign. White tie sign. What's interesting about that word is if you change sign into its related word, so we know what a sign is, but there's another word, which is when we write our names on a document, it's called a signature. Yeah.
Signature.
So isn't that interesting? When we change sign to signature, suddenly, let me see if I can turn that live performance off. I think I fixed it, Dawn. There was an echo problem. But yeah, when we change sign to signature, all of a sudden that G is no longer silent. Yeah. So let's take a look at that. Yeah, this is interesting. Let's take a look at our warm up, and then we'll talk about some of those little curiosities. Okay. Let's see here. Boom. Nope. Hold on one second, folks. Let me grab that one more time and put it over here for you. There we go. All right, we're going to share a screen and take a look at some words. And then we'll pay some attention to your words as well. Here we go. Beautiful. Do not link. All right, today's warm up. Knee. So try these with me one more time, and then I'm happy to take any questions about these words. So we'll walk through in order, and we'll just do each one once with me. Ready? Green tea, knee. Silver pin, scissors. Gray day, straight. Red pepper, guest. Black cat, half. Olive sock, honest. Auburn dog, autumn. Turquoise toy, turquoise. Orange door, sword. Rose boat, no. Wooden hook, could. Blue moon, through. A cup of mustard, thumb. Purple shirt, kernel. We'll come to this word in a minute. Brown cow, doubt. White tie, sign. Any questions? You should be able to see or notice which letters are silent. Okay. When we talked about the word sign, let's come over here. Sign, I'm going to put sign right here. When we have this word, sign has a silent G. I'm going to make that silent by making it gray. Okay, sign. But when we change it to signature, this is what I mean about the history of English, and the way that English works. All of a sudden, that G is clear. We hear the G in signature. Okay, sign, signature. Yeah. So everyone try that. White tie, sign, silver pin, signature, right? Good. I'm going to just do a little bit of pure practice on that. I can sign my name, and that's my signature. Try that. I'll sign my name, and that's my signature. 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 Great. Other questions here? Okay, so now I'm happy to take, oh, nice. Dawn, you gave me a nice word for our Pure English practice warm up. I'm going to share that with everybody here. We have a better word. Turquoise has some spelling confusion there, right? So we already talked about that, but I'm going to share Dawn's word, moisten. What's the silent letter in moisten? Moisten. Moisten means to make moist. To make moist or wet, right? So I can moisten a cloth
That
to
T.
wash my face.
That
Yeah,
T.
that's silent T.
T.
Exactly. Yeah, good. Wonderful. And so what I wanted to do with you was collect your questions, meaning what's difficult for you about silent letters and what questions do you have or words do you want to talk about? Okay. Happy to bring your questions. Hi, Circades. How are you?
I'm good, Karen. How are you?
I'm good. Nice to see you. Did
Nice
you
to
have a
see you too.
question? I see your microphone's open.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sometimes with those silent letters, we try to say them when we don't know that they're silent. So maybe you're wondering, how can I know if a letter is silent? Is that a question on your mind? Yeah. Good. How do you recognize that they're silent? Gabriella, the answer is always going to be one thing. It's really the ears. We have to listen first and realize that closing our eyes or looking away from the word is a very good first step because you're the learner. You are the one leading yourself. No one's going to come to you and say, hey, did you know that letter's silent? Unless you have a wonderful teacher, right? But generally, you're your own leader. And so knowing I'm going to listen without looking is a good first step. Okay. Then you can go
Karen?
dictionary. Okay. A
Mhm.
dictionary is a good place to look. You can see sometimes in the transcription whether the letter is silent or not. Okay, but you can also ask a teacher. Hi, Circades.
For example, like knife, knee, K is silent.
In night,
Knife, Knife.
yes. In knife, the K is silent. So we can also use, let me grab my
Knee,
board.
Knee.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mhm.
So here, knife. There we go. Knee. Okay. Anytime you see a K and an N, the K is going to be silent.
Mhm.
So there are lots of patterns. That's the third thing I could say. One is listen. Two is you can look in a dictionary. Three is you can start to notice patterns, and there are some very reliable patterns. So how about no,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
There we go. Okay. No. So that is a very
Night.
common pattern. Night, the kind of night that we don't really need to. This is only in stories now. We don't
Yes.
have nights. But
Yeah.
this is a fairy tale like Cinderella
Mhm.
night, right? The fighters night. There we go. Okay. What's also nice though, we have another silent letter pair here, night, right? And so in the end, sometimes you'll see people write night like good night. You will see some
Mhm.
popular spellings like this, night, night. Okay, not standard, but now more and more you'll see this in a lot of commercial, brand names or that kind of thing. Okay, good. So K is a very strong pattern. Okay. Another strong pattern would be well, what's interesting about L, let's talk about silent L, everybody. So if I was talking with my husband this morning and he had a lot of words on his mind. So if we take something like, sometimes we have to say the L, like in milk. Okay, milk, milk. And this L is, it can feel a little tricky, but if you just make your la la la, and everyone can look here for a minute, just at me. I'll take my, let's make that L, make sure that's easy enough. La is right here. And so when I have my hand up here above green, I'm no longer in vowel world. I'm in consonant world. This is where the roof of your mouth is, the top of your mouth, okay? Your teeth are right here. These are your teeth. And the top of your mouth is up here. So touch your tongue. I'll turn it over because my tongue is more like this. Milk or milk. There's another L back here you can make. But if you're touching, that's fine. Milk, milk. Okay, milk. Yeah. So we have this light milk and milk, milk. Sometimes we come back here and it sounds almost rose, milk, milk. Although you have to have some silver there. Okay. Now what I want to show you is how we can feel that English is really tricky again if you look too much, because this is the part people love to talk about this on YouTube. They love to show all the crazy differences. We'll do this for a minute, but I want you to know listening first will solve this problem for you. So what about a word like talk? Silent L or no? Yes, silent or no silent? Talk. Talk. Yes? Yeah. Talk. Gosh, my pens are not happy today. Somebody took all my lids off, I think. Let's see. Talk. Awful pens. Let's see. Talk. So here it's silent. Let me see if my other pen will work better.
Walking.
Okay. Walk. Silent or not silent? Walk.
Silent.
Walk. Walk. Silent. I'm going to put a little line. That's just my way of showing you. It's not a T. This looks awful. Let me let me change it. That's not a good mark. That is confusing. So let's do this. I know what I'm doing now. Watch. I'm going to use my bad pen to show that it's silent. Okay. So there we go. Teachers, you know I really resist using two colors or multiple colors, but this is a good use. So here we have walk and talk, but milk, you can't say mick, you have to say milk. You need the L, okay? Great. Here's another little quiz for you. How about the word,
Choose.
actually I have the word calm, calm. Like I feel so calm. I feel relaxed, calm, silent or not silent, L. Thumbs up for yes, silent, calm. What do you hear? Calm, calm, calm.
Is no silent.
I want to see also my teachers. I have a lot of teachers from different parts of the country. Calm. Is the L in silent silent? Is the L in calm silent or not silent, teachers? Yeah. I'm not sure, Karen.
Yeah, because when I say calming, when I put the ing on it, it's definitely there. Calming,
Calming.
it has a calming effect. And so
calming.
I would say if it's there, it's very light and calm.
Calm. Yeah. Yeah. Calm. So with calm, you'll find that some words like this will feel, and English speakers might
Feel the L.
if I feel the L, and what I'll do is I'll do it in both colors, okay? That depending on what part of the country you're in, is this confusing or is this interesting? Okay, my little coloring job. Calm.
For
So
me,
this
like
is
a
accent.
half, it's like a very light L.
Yeah, it's subtle.
Oh.
I'll call it subtle, right?
Pero
Yeah, if you say calm, it's okay. Calm down. It's just a lot of work. So you could say calm down. Everyone try that. Calm down. Calm down.
calm down.
Relax. Calm down. Try that again. Calm down. Calm down. Relax. Calm down. Great. So calm down is a very useful phrase. Okay, and then let's do one more. How about salt? Salt. Salt, like salt and pepper. Salt. Silent or not silent? Silent or not silent? Salt. Salt. Try removing the L completely, and what do you get? What does it sound like?
Salt.
Salt. Thought. Yeah, you have to have an L in there in salt. So here we have walk, and it's silent, but we have salt and it's a must. It's like milk. It's like milk, right? So not silent, not silent. Okay. Great.
What about should, Sarah? Karen?
Should. Thank you.
Should.
Should. So all of those should. Oops, hold on. I'm using my little system. Oh, me and the pens. Let's see. Should, silent. Okay. All of those should, could, would. And that should be a relief to you. Should, could, would. Okay. Could and would. Those look strange without the L's and when we look at them, but that's how we say them. Should, could, would. Okay. Should, could, and would.
Mhm.
There's a little saying when we regret something and we keep talking about it, and the people we're talking to want us to stop complaining about what we regret. We'd say, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Should've, could have, and would have. Basically saying, you know what? You've talked about the past long enough. Relax. So try that. Should've, could've, would've. Should've, could've, would've. Yeah, you should've, I should've, I would've. So I should've, I could've, I would've, but I didn't, and so sometimes we have to let go of the past. The best way to let go of the past of English is by not looking at it. That's my big advice for the day, is to have opportunities to listen, really listen, and ask yourself, what do I hear? Kernel is my final word today. Not a word we use a lot, but it's a fascinating word to look at. Kernel, kernel, kernel. Kernel can be a kernel of corn, or kernel can be a position in the army or in the military. Okay, they're spelled differently. Kernel, listen to it. Kernel, kernel, kernel. How many sounds do you hear in kernel? Kernel. Let's count them. What are they?
Uh,
K sound. Now we have er.
4 points.
There's the N sound. Oh, I hear 4. We might argue 5. Let's see. So here's my, we have a new board, right? So let's just, we have a k, 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 right? And then we have what? I'll use a little purple shirt right there. Purple shirt, So this is cur. And then this is what I'm hearing. And then what? Kernel.
Yeah.
The L. Yeah. I always regret how L looks in English in all languages. This always looks like a big I to me, but it is an L, okay? Kernel. And this is kind of a syllable, okay? Now, this is the sound, and I'm just going to use this to show it's a sound, okay? Kernel or this to just give you an idea. This is not spelling. This is sound, okay? And we have 2 words spelled in English, and those are kernel, Kernel, like a kernel of corn. Okay, one little piece of corn. And then the other one with all the silent letters. Are we ready for it?
Colonel.
It looks like ko, lo, nel, but it's not, right? So here's kernel, purple shirt kernel. These sound the same, right? Kernel, kernel, kernel. What should
Kern-
I underline in kernel? I'm
uh,
going to give you a hint. If I take my purple sound here
O
and I
U
put it here, kernel,
O L kernel. Um, oh no.
right? Kernel.
Kernel.
So actually, what we can do is underline all of that. Kernel. Surprising, right? Sorry, I could make that go away so you can see that better. Good. Kernel. So listening can take us far. Listening can really help us know what we're hearing and what people are saying. And then we can study spelling afterward. Okay, wonderful. Hey, folks, I want you to know that our Speak Confidently course is getting started soon. We do some work like this. We do a lot of personal speaking in this course. It opens tomorrow, and I have only 2 more spots open. It will be on Wednesday nights from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern, New York time. So if that's a time when you're available, if you are interested in telling stories and practicing your spoken English by telling your stories, our theme this time around is description. You're describing your favorite childhood places. You're describing events from the past, and you're describing, what is the third thing? Describing a person who you know well. So those are the 3 main speaking tasks this time around, with lots of support, lots of pronunciation coaching. We're going to have a good time. Here is a sort of visual idea of that course. Okay, this is Speak Confidently. It's our color vowel pronunciation course. Some of you might recognize yourselves in here. We have small group sessions, an expert instructor, and if you don't already have Blue Canoe Premium, we provide you with premium access for 6 weeks. Okay. Whether or not you can join us for the course, do join our Pure English Practice community. I'm going to put that in the chat for you. That is our free community. Many of you came to this session today by going there first, finding the link, but maybe some of you are new. Some of you are new. You'll want to join our free community. Okay, that's over in the chat for you. Okay. I'm happy to take any final questions from you today. Teachers, I want to thank you for being here. Hi, Christine.
Hi, Karen. I just have a question about Auburn dog. So when we're talking about these words like talk, walk, calm, or even salt, for me, when you ask like, is there an L? For me, it's just Auburn sound. So it's almost like Auburn has this kind of L or rounding sound, like, or L or W I associate with it, like saw, call.
That's exactly right. That is right. If you have Auburn in your dialect of English, not all of us do, then it just sounds basically like a silent or combined vowel and L together. So here we are with, again, this idea, if you look carefully, you'll notice that the line between Olive and Auburn is not black the way all of these other lines are. It's different. And this is a little symbol for English native speakers because some of us have this special sound, and Christine has it. Christine has it in her English. I don't really have it in my English. I'm from California. I'm from the West. I've learned how to do it, and I'm noticing more and more that I have it. It's interesting to me. I've been changed by living on the East Coast for this long. Okay. But what Christine is describing is that a word like calm, when we asked ourselves if the L is silent or not, calm, that for her, that's exactly where that dark L happens. The one that I symbolized with my arm. So she doesn't have to say calm. If she calm, I don't think anybody says calm. But you might feel you produce an L over here by being Auburn, all calm. Okay, but I think there's still, take out your L concept, Christine, and it's still a little different. Calm, and calm. So I think we do a little bit of a movement with our tongue to make that sound. Yeah, it's an interesting combination, those LM words. Okay, good. Other questions? Students, I want you to know that this is interesting to native speakers too, because we're always curious to know how we all speak. We all speak a little differently. Your teachers all speak a little differently. And so we're always trying to connect with the chart also. Also. Huh, is the L silent or not silent in also?
No silent.
Also. It can, if you can say it, it's also is fine. Also. Okay,
Also.
great. Great. Any other questions? Let's see here. Folks, I always like Sachiko, you asked the word calf. Oh, and it's salmon. That's a good one. So calf is a good example of a silent L. Calf, like the baby cow. Calf.
Yes.
Calf. Okay. A lot like the word half that we had in the warm-up.
So no L
Very-
sound.
No L sound. So in half
Mm.
and half.
Calf, calf. Mm.
There we go. Yep. Good. And salmon is the other one. So I'll add that right here.
Calf,
Salmon.
calf.
Although
Mm.
there are English speakers, sometimes that's not very clear for us. Let's move this up. Okay, we can kind of see that, right? Half, calf, and salmon. Some English speakers have been known to say salmon. I don't. It's typically silent, but some people, they grow up seeing this word and don't know that it's silent. And then it becomes normal in their speech group to say salmon. And so you'll hear that sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Wonderful. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's session. Next time we meet, I'm flipping the idea from silent letters to invisible sounds.
I love that.
Invisible sounds. So that's a new one. And that's why Karen's smiling, because we English speakers are very aware that we have silent letters, but not so many English speakers are aware that we use invisible sounds until you start to teach English or study English. Okay. If you want one good example, teachers, I'll challenge you, come up with one good example of an invisible sound and put that in the
Chaos.
chat.
Oh,
Chaos. Chaos. You can, so what's nice is we can put chaos. I'm writing that word in the chat for you. Chaos. Chaos. Notice it's not chaos, or chaos. 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 So next time we meet in 2 weeks, we'll see how this requires. I'll make my sign big here. K, that's that first vowel sound, K. And then we need to grab this consonant Y. Chaos. Chaos. That's the olive sound second. So gray day, chaos has a consonant Y that is not written. Right? That's one example of an invisible sound. One other nice example of an invisible sound on the other side is the word one. One. Like the number one. We spell it O-N-E, but we have an invisible w just before it. One. Okay. So those are two examples, invisible sound. Not so much, although we'll find an example next week with invisible R. Okay, that's used in a lot of British Englishes. Okay, beautiful. We had some finally questions here about pizza and pizza. Okay, good. Pizza has an invisible. We can talk about that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can. It's
Huh?
not a T. It's not a T, it's a glottal stop, I think.
Yeah. So sometimes we'll take the consonant letters and we'll change them. Like tree, it's not exactly invisible, but we change the way this TR sounds, tree or pizza. Yeah, there's a little stop in there. Good. Realm. Realm.
Oh.
Angelica, what does that word mean for you? I mean, why do you have that there? Is that for a silent letter?
For me, that word is a little difficult because we recite a poem in the class, and that word was impossible to say it.
There is an invisible sound in there.
Oh.
Can we hear that, everybody? Realm. Listen to it. Realm. Realm. Realm is like an area or a world. That's a pretty profound idea. Realm. Realm. Yeah. There's a Y sound right in there before you go to this dark L place. Realm. It is a tricky word, Angelica, for sure. Yeah. And it's not a common word in spoken English. It's more of a written word and a word in poetry. So
Yeah.
part of, that should be noted that
Yes.
yes, it is tricky. It's not just you.
Thank you.
I don't even pronounce it that way. I say
Yeah, I don't
realm.
either.
Oh, there we go. Realm.
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 That's much easier. Thank you. I forgot about that one. Good. Realm. Again, not a word I say that often. Yeah.
Oh, well, another thing that comes to my mind, you're talking about the word salmon. All my Spanish speakers put the L in it. And I think it's because it comes from their first language. They don't take it out.
Right.
And
Right.
that's difficult for them to take it out.
Yeah. It's what we call a cognate. So salmon is the fish in Spanish, salmon, and then you keep it. So, and some English speakers keep it because it's written that way. Yeah. Yeah. What I love about all this conversation is we can talk about different ways of speaking without judgment. Yeah. And that way for learners, we can find the ways that words can be said and the ways that words are typically not said when they're no longer that word. Okay. So lots of flexibility here. It's all about finding our mutual place where we are, the mutual realm where we are mutually comprehensible, mutually understood. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. I'll see you again, I hope, in 2 weeks. Karen, a question there?
Not for the whole class.
Okay. Karen, you want to talk to your students or
No,
that's
no,
later?
I just had a question for you.
Okay. All right, everybody. You have a great day. Some of you teachers, I'll be seeing you this weekend. It's really exciting. We have a conference in Washington, D.C. for teachers and students someday. I don't know. Wouldn't that be fun to have a gathering of students? But for now, this is my place for you. I love meeting you here in Zoom. Thank you, Ivana. I'll keep a hold of your last comments here and see if we can bring those back for next time, okay?
Hello,
Bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
Karen. Have a good day.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Sabiha.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Students
Have
come
a
to
nice
our
day.
regular Zoom.
Thank you. Bye.